Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time for some more Powerwash Simulator with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yes, last time we finished up the skate park. Thankfully, I think, hopefully we're about done with the park warden because he's kind of a dick. And we moved on to the, we did the sidecar. We did a motorbike and sidecar that was apparently like this like marathon thing, which does not seem right. Like, I feel sorry for the poor guy who has to ride in a sidecar on that. Cause like, yeah, he was like asking if we knew of any good chiropractors or anything like that. It's like, nope, we have not taken on that role yet. And then we started in on the firehouse. So we actually got the firehouse done. We just need to go in and do the drill tower now. The one that they, set on fire, run drills, and stuff repeatedly. And from there, it sounds like we've got a penny farthing to clean, and then we've got Leonard Miller, or Grandpa Miller's old car. So with that said, let's just jump right on into it, shall we? So yes, this thing, this firehouse is looking beautiful now. Like, oh my God, it is just so pretty. This thing, however, now apparently we actually can change our nozzles and stuff. I mean, the nozzles are pretty easy to change just with the mouse wheel, but being able to change the extensions that we have with just the number one key is pretty nice. So we need to come up to the top here. And yeah, we need to close this thing down. I mean, at least with this one, like the what you're doing and stuff kind of makes sense, because it's like if you scroll up, you're widening the nozzle. If you scroll down, you're tightening up the spray. Man, this has got some serious rust on it. Granted, I don't think this is something that they clean very regularly. So hopefully we can get most of the edge done here without too much of a problem. I don't know if we're going to be able to get all of it from the inside or from the top here. All right, let's go ahead and go with the long extension. See if we can't get rid of most of the rust and stuff off of here. The dirt's not too big of a deal. The rust is pretty substantial though. There we go. ahead and get the ledge. I bet we could probably do it with the white one and this long extension. Yeah, see? No problem. Now if we get the underside, will that be enough to get us a ding? I don't think so. Means we are going to have to be able to hit it from the outside. It would be nice if we could get it all done from the inside, but I don't think we can. Hello there, Moon Mage. Welcome. Thing is just... Okay, we can't get the railings, though. Railings are not much of a problem. All right. So I get the feeling that we need to hit the top of these. Yeah, see. Ooh, okay. Careful. Let's try not falling off of here. All right. So yeah, we're definitely going to have to hit those from the outside as well. Hopefully we'll be able to do it without, I mean, we should be able to do this without getting up on the, scaffolding. Seems that's like the achievement challenge. Or at least one of them for this. This level. All right, there we go. All right, let's go with this extension, and yeah, that's looking better. All right, so top floor. Of course, we've got the edges and probably the underside as well. And of course, the stairs. the... Oh, gotta get the side of the stairs. Get this section of the wall here. First, make sure we get that. Finishing really, or that framework done really well. All right, I think I'm gonna go with the snub nose. We can always just tighten up the nozzle a bit. All right, that's all part of the top floor. Okay. That's good to know. Then we can just say, hey, we're just going to take swaths of you. All right. Okay, and then the top floor is also considered all of these stairs as well. Which will include everything, the underside as well. It's always kind of weird how they determine what counts as what part. It's like, hey, this is still part of the top floor. It's like, but it's not really the top floor. It's like the next to top floor. All right, probably got to get the bottom of the windowsill from outside. All right. This. There we go. Yeah. That's better. Now we're doing it with style. So yeah, I think the frame is just like all the way from the top to the bottom. It doesn't differentiate by levels. I mean, I feel it's kind of cheating to have like these big wide open gaps in the structure. Like you're not that's not how most buildings are constructed. Hang on. Stop monkeying about. All right, there we go. Come down by a level. Again, I'm not sure who constructed this and decided this is what a building is like. Like it's just a stairwell. I mean, granted, this is just a practice tower, but still. Seriously, guys, if you just let the hoses go for a while, you'd be doing just as much work as I am. You guys afraid that, you know, hey, we'll waste too much water? You pump up the pressure. There we go. I do like the fact that they kind of pointed out that, like, hey, you know, this isn't really power washing. This is pressure washing. There is a difference. That being said, I don't really feel like, you know, I should have a heater on my back. There we go. There's that. All right. All right. Is that part of that? Okay, that's just part of the wall. That's part of the... Okay. But yeah, we're definitely going to have to hit those from the outside as well. It is just, it looks so dark with the walls completely charred and black, and it's like, how am I even able to see? I mean, at least the firefighters would have, like, flashlights of some sort. Wait, did somebody actually leave graffiti in here? Like, who's graffitiing the frickin' the firehouse and stuff like that? Like, we saw some graffiti on the actual firehouse itself, too. All right. Clear away. I do not have a flashlight, no. Apparently that is not part of the Powerwash kit. Take it to the window. Take it to the floor. It sounds like we just gained a star. Yeah, I guess it's one of those things where it's like, you know, we're just washing. We're not like doing potentially doing electrical work or anything like that. So there isn't necessarily a need for a flashlight. At least that's my rationale for it, is there's no real need for a flashlight because yeah, you shouldn't be working somewhere where there isn't like power. All right. Okay, and I think we are just about done with the insides here. Which is great. That also means that we're going to have to deal with the outside, too, here in a moment. All right, so we've got that. Let's make sure that we get the landing here. All right. And guys, you can't just wash away rust. Generally not how rust works. Rust actually gets worse if you add a shit ton of water to it. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, most of the work is going to be generally outside during the day. You're not going to want to be spraying this much water around inside. You flood a house in no time. Then you have to call the house flipper to come and, like, you know, get rid of the damp walls and stuff like that. Although we never really did, like, deal with... We never did actually, like, correct the issue of damp walls. We just kind of, like, wallpapered over it. All right, there we go. So that's got all the floors. Right. I was gonna say, I'm like, well, wait, why isn't it, why shouldn't we be almost done with the walls? It's like, oh wait, no. We haven't dealt with any of them near the entrance. I'm sure that frame is probably going to bend all the way around the outside. Same for the doorway, I bet. All right, so now we're ready to deal with the outside. All right. Can we put our ladder up there? We cannot put a ladder up here. Okay. All right, so... Oh, I bet I know how we need to go about this. I bet we need to... At least for some of these, we can... Yeah, I don't think we actually have the necessary things to be able to pull this off. Yeah, see, I don't think we actually have enough... I don't think we have enough strength in our power washer to be able to pull this off. But I bet in free play we could probably do it when we have like all the everything. That ledge has got to be, like, damn near done, right? There we go. That's really satisfying there. Just like, yep. There's big giant swaths of clean. All right, that's got that one. We'll take the quick way. We'll take the expressway down. All right, so let's get up here. How? How did you get a fucking how did you get graffiti all the way up here? Why is it a cat with wings? Did you guys do something to Ulysses? I hate to tell you this, but I think the mayor will be upset if you did. course, I'm not entirely sure the mayor really cares about the cat. I mean, he was so distraught he had to go golfing. All right, we should be able to take care of the other two down at the bottom here. So, all right. Pick it up. All right, there we go. Now then, let's get on up the stairs, please. All right. May need to go ahead and go all the way up to the top here. Ooh, shit. Let's not jump off the side. All right. All right, and sweep down. Yeah, because I think if I remember right, we do get the ability to buy another extension later that's actually even better than the one that we have right now. Like, it's got like we've got a super long extension that we can get. Because somebody wants us to clean their house, but not get near their house. Like, they don't see a reason for us to need to get up close to their house. We just need to be able to hit their house from the street. Which isn't exactly an easy job. I mean, our washer has some pressure to it, but geez, that's one of those. That's asking a lot, buddy. But then this particular individual doesn't care if he's asking too much. All right. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people in this town that have unrealistic expectations. All right, there we go. All right, we should be able to hit everything else from the ground, I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll be able to hit the rest of this from the ground. No problem. And one of the things that I did notice in that they were showing off for Powerwash Simulator 2 is like this a skyjack. Looks like they have a skyjack for the second one, which would be really cool. So it's like, you know, you can actually like go up and down. Now, I don't know if it's just like a scissor lift or if it's actually like a skyjack where you can go up and then you can drive around with it all the way up. Because all I saw in the trailer that I saw was, yeah, it's just, you know, they were just kind of showing it going up, which in and of itself is pretty stellar. All right. Wow, it is being very generous on some of these. I mean, I suppose when you have like a massive freaking thing, like you kind of have to be a little forgiving. I mean, technically you don't have to be, but you should be. Oh yeah. It's not a good situation. It is not a good situation when we get to it. You'll see. It goes being very generous. Very generous again. Right, tower windowsills. Aha, there we go. Oh, wow. AFA, any chance you can come hose down our spare truck? The mayor's running us ragged over here. It looks so pretty when it's time-lapsed like that. That's one hell of a job. Thank you. I gotta say, there's been a lot of talk in the community about the quality of your work. And from one person who loves standing around spraying water at stuff to another, you have our respect, as well as some of our taxes. I mean, technically I do, yeah. It's all right. We need to get up to, I think it was, what was it? It was 90? Yeah, we need to get up to 90 stars. So we're going to go ahead and do the penny farthing because that only nets us $10, but it gives us 5 stars as well. Right. Algernon Evan. A giant water gun attached to the fan. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Came a cropper on the old bicycle. Seems an element of rust may have crept in and seized up the ruddy stop blocks. Give the old boy a quick swish, and there's a shiny threepence in it for you. All right, fine. I don't even know what a threepence is. All right. We surely do not need that. But we may need this nozzle, yeah. Alright, let's take care of the pedal and gears. Those are the important parts. I mean, the frame is kind of important, yeah, but not as important as, like, the gears. Or pedal, I guess I should say. The penny farthing really doesn't have much in the way of gears. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, they really did they really have a really keen attention to detail for this. It's actually really amazing how detailed it is, because it's like when you look at like where it's spray when you're cleaning something and it sprays off onto a different portion of the item that you're cleaning. You do see like these weird patterns that form because the spray was like hitting something and kind of bouncing off and around and past something else. All right, job complete. A tremendous job. He's come out an absolute dream. If he didn't ride so beautifully, I'd flog him to a museum. Don't flog your bicycle. Yes, Leonard Miller, the Grandpa Miller. The man who types in all caps because he's old. Hello, Doc. I hope you're as good with cars as you are with houses, because I've got my old wagon out of the garage, and it's dirtier than a dung beetle's Christmas list. It still turns over fine, but I'm not taking Dolores out for a spin till it's as gleaming as she is. Thanks, Leonard. All right, let's resume the job. Thank you. I remember, don't we need like something insane like $5,000 for that new power washer as well? Yeah, $5,000 for that. You might find the odd streaky line with this where Bert tried to clean it with his power washer. Double washer more likely. Ha! Yeah, leave the power washing to the professionals, thank you. Gods, this thing is absolutely a disaster. Turbo fast car. Ah, Jimmy, that's right. I used to race this beast all over. It's got a grunt like an angry rhino. Heck, I won the 1989 race of champions in it. No, I didn't. I watched that on TV. Aw, somebody drew a little smiley face. He definitely has a way with words, our Grandpa Miller, doesn't he? It was number 62. I will say I am impressed with the attention to detail as far as like the reflections too. Like that seems to be smoking a lot more, guys. I'm a little worried about that. But yeah, the sheer amount of like the beauty of the reflections and stuff is just, oh, it is. For what this game is, it is such a beautiful game. Hey, Dirt! That's not my name, sir. What? Oh God, are you telling a dad joke or something? Get lost, would you? Okay. Yeah, dad jokes. Like, I worry about the Millers. Like, I'm beginning to think Cal might have had to come back to this place because his parents are like kind of going batty. Or add here. Wow. Okay, so you weren't that great of a racer. Means you had to, like, you know, you couldn't even sell all the ad space on your car. How long will it be? I was thinking of taking the car for a tear up down the old abandoned sewer system. Do not go taking this car racing in the fucking sewers, god damn it. I do not want to clean the poo off of it. As is, there's some seriously ground in dirt here. And or rust. I'm not entirely sure which it is. Of course, I don't know. It might be sewer mess if that's where you used to race it. I had a word with Lenny, and he's certainly not going to be tearing up and up down the sewer system. We'll be sticking to the main streets for now. Thank you. At least Dolores is like, you know, kind of normal. I'm not cleaning this thing so that you can go tearing through the sewers. I mean, as is, I'm surprised we're not going into the sewers to clean them. I mean, it seems like every game has to have a sewer level these days. I mean, I don't know who it is that keeps asking for all the sewer levels. There we go. All right. Right, so we've got the back bumper and then the tires. Let's give let's really blast the hubcaps. sorry, the alloy wheels. All right, there we go. Doc, car looks so fresh. You're a superstar. I cannot wait to see old Bert's face when me and Dolores streak past his yard and he sees what a power washing pro can do. All right, so now we've got to do the fire truck. Yay! But we are very close to at least having enough stars to get the next power washer. But I need to take a real quick break because I need to go grab my other drink, so we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. All right, let's do FA. We're currently down at Oakwood Falls. About to risk life and limb because someone thinks they saw the mayor's cat licking its paw under the waterfall. It's got to stop, and I've had a brainwave. Bringing the old truck out from the garage, give it a clean up, and send the recruits out on the wild goose chase whilst the rest of us get on with all the proper jobs. It's hella filthy, but if you could do your thing and make it sparkling, the mayor will never tell the difference. Thanks, pal. Hey, anything to get the mayor off your ass. Like, yeah, the mayor is seriously just like wasting, city resources here. Another smiley face. Who is going around drawing smiley faces in the dirt? And why do they always hit the windows? Ah, there we go. Yeah, I thought that was it. Yeah, so we got an achievement called I Can See Clearly Now, because we cleaned all the windows and stuff like that. Oh, what is this? Police rules, fire rules. Really? Was somebody in the police station, like some of the police stopped by to write stuff onto the top of the filthy as hell fire truck. That seems normal. You know, there's a theory that the cat's not really missing. That the mayor's using all to distract as a distraction device, so no one notices that all that pipeline stuff. All what pipeline stuff? What pipeline stuff? Could you elaborate, please? There's at least a rumor going around that the mayor is doing something highly questionable. How are the ladders doing? Oh, wait. We're getting there on the ladders. We might need to hop down here and have a go with these parts. somebody needs to explain to the fire chief and stuff exactly how rust happens. There we go. Okay, so the ladders are done. Fuck. That was just annoying as hell. Hey, bud. Do you know if the mayor's cat's still missing? I'm up at the volcano and I think I see him on the outer rim. Yes? Hello there, Christina. Welcome. We're starting to get into some of the story and stuff now. So apparently the cat, the missing cat may be kind of a diversion from some sort of pipeline scandal. At least that's the rumors that the police chief heard. Of course, then our buddy Cal Miller just said that he was up on the volcano and is pretty sure he saw the cat. There we go. Finally. Yeah. Especially since, you know, we had to clean the mayor's the mayor's golf cart because he thought he saw the cat while he was golfing. It's like, wait, your cat is missing. You're having the fire department out searching for it, and you're golfing. That don't sound right. Don't sound right at all. Meanwhile, we are cleaning up the spare truck, the old truck. Basically, the police chief is wanting us to clean this up. He's going to send the recruits out in this truck to look for the cat while, you know, all the rest of them just get on with what they term as the real work. All right, what are you? Oh, you are part... Okay, you are part of the grill. There we go. We finally reached the, good enough. All right. You know what? We should probably go ahead and just use the short extension just to get a bit more pressure for our nozzles. Even then, we're looking at like, I'm sorry, this has got to be like years of rust. Gotta be like years and years of rust. Apparently nobody ever throws anything away in this town. Nobody ever takes care of anything in this town either. Like, what would have happened if there was an emergency that required this truck to be pulled out? It wouldn't be it wouldn't be of any use to you with all the rust and shit. Like, those ladders were in horrible condition, Mr. Drill. The hubcaps are so rusted. I don't think they'd, I'm surprised you were even able to get them to turn. All right. Now then. You might have thought that it was dark, that the hubcap was dark because it was in out of the light and in the shadow. No, 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 no. It was just that fucking filthy. God damn. The tire itself shouldn't be that filthy. Hey Doc, we have a little job for you up at the house when you're free. No weird stuff. Promise. Right, or anything. Al Miller, it's definitely Ulysses. I can see his funny leg. I'm sorry. The cat has a funny leg? Why would a cat hang out 10 feet from a lava flow, though? I'll do you one better. How can he be hanging out 10 feet from a lava flow? Like, it's not like, oh, hey, you know, only when you touch the lava does it burn. It's literally just fire. All right, let's go around here, make sure that we got these. I don't think we got these bars. Nope, we did not get these bars. We did get the door, though. All right, this is all just part of the truck in general. So now all the fucking components and... Oh, God. Yeah, see? All the nozzles, all the controls, all this shit. Actually, you know what? That might not be a bad idea. Yeah, we do have the metal solution, so let's hose it down. Oh, we should probably have made sure that we actually had some. Oh, well, that's so much easier. Oh yeah, that's much better. Much better than trying to clean it the old-fashioned way with just water. At least this is mostly just dirt here. You know, I would think that it wouldn't so much matter the material that's underneath, but more what the dirt is. Like, if it's caked on, you know, if it's caked on mud, that would require a specific solution. If it's rust, it would require something else. It's one of those things that's like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Yeah, the Ulysses gets around a lot. Okay, I'm within a whisker of Ulysses now. We're up on this outcrop, and Mount Rushless is rumbling more than ever. Yeah, I kind of noticed that myself. Thank you. I noticed it's been smoking a lot. I guess, you know, some guy with a power washer doesn't, you know, saying, hey, is the volcano supposed to be smoking that much? Apparently that doesn't, you know, that doesn't get anybody's attention. Maybe with the volcanologist being like, hey, so yeah, this isn't normal. Maybe that'll get their attention and get them to, like, realize that, hey, shit's going bad. Although you would think that if there was a problem with the volcano, that, you know, the cat would have been, like, running away from it, not running towards it. I mean, most animals have a much better sense of self-preservation than, like, humans. That and a better sense of when, just generally when to run. Oh, I can't actually go up the steps? Can I? No, I cannot actually go up the steps. All right. I suppose that is a bit much to ask, that the steps, that the steps leading up to the ladders on the back actually, like, you know, function. just hope Cal doesn't do something stupid like decide, oh, hey, I'm gonna rescue the cat come hell or high water. Like, you don't need to do that, good sir. If the cat is too stupid to get away from a potentially, you know, a potentially active volcano, I don't think the cat really deserves saving. All right, so we need the windshield wipers. They're plastic, of course. Oh, but they're metal bits down here that we need to deal with. Fog lights. Now it's just the truck. Which doesn't really give us much guidance. I mean, we've been dealing with the truck for a little while now. There we go. All right. Not bad. F.A., you're a legend. That is absolutely pristine. Even the rust is gone. Yeah, I take pride in my work, thank you. That should get the mayor off our backs for a while, which means we can all get back to doing the jobs we are paid for. Thanks, pal. Right, so a recreation vehicle. Who is it that's oh right, it's Aura Smith and Jenny Pebbles. These are like the ghost hunters, oh, we're into the supernatural. Doc, we'd like you to meet our trusty RV. Before we settled down at Esther's, we traveled around the country chasing mysteries, doing odd jobs. Just bumbling around, really. One day, we might be deep in a wood. The next, we're traveling at breakneck speed along country roads, evading the authorities. All of which has taken its toll on our poor RV. I'm sorry, wait. Hold up. Let's take it back a step. Might be deep in the woods, that's okay. That was where you look for ghosts. But traveling at breakneck speed along a country road, evading the authorities in an RV? That I find a little hard to believe. Please give her the clean she deserves to reclaim her crown as Queen of the Open Road. Yeah. I don't know how he got up to the volcano, but yeah. I'm a little concerned about Ulysses at this point. Just wanted to say how grateful Jenny and I are for everything you've done for us. It really helped get us on our feet. Right. You guys aren't like famous criminals that I should be turning in, are you? It sounds silly, but washing the house when no one else would made such a difference. And as for the car, did you wind up auctioning it off? mean, if you're looking to get rid of this RV, I know somebody who's been looking for one. Granted, he kind of likes to find stuff at auctions and buy them that way, but I'm sure he'd take this off your hands. Yeah, what happened to Esther's old car? Like, please tell me you guys did not just, like, you know, have me clean it and then just, like, stick it back in the garage. Like, after the, honestly, after the Hexen Wolf couple finding out that this RV, like, you know, evaded the authorities and stuff like that, I kind of wonder if there's one legitimate, like, person in this entire fucking city. Like, am I just surrounded by criminals and don't know it? It looks like we might know who was doing all the graffitis of the smiley faces everywhere. Our Drivey Miss Pebbles live stream flopped. The fans just want Esther. So we sold the car for a lot. I mean, yes, do you want to supersize? Lot. You mean enough that you're gonna work for McDonald's? Or you're going to buy a McDonald's franchise? You're not exactly being clear with your messaging here. I'm sorry, is that rust? Just... yeah, big old patches of rust like that, you do not just wash away with a power washer. That's... you're literally going to punch holes in the goddamn thing. All right. Get rid of this little majestic eagle of peace. All right. Make sure to hit everything from the top that we can here. There we go. That looks good. That looks like we've got everything pretty much from the top there. All right, cool. So we can come down here and start working from the sides. Seriously, ladies, what were you running from other than the police? Because this does not look like, oh, hey, we ran from the police type grunge. Also, shouldn't there be more bullet holes or something? Like, I've seen Goonies. The easiest way to identify a criminal vehicle is the bullet holes. We've raided the attic for all of Esther's old stuff to put it all in the vlog, and it's gone bananas. You know, you haven't told me, what are you going to do with this thing once it's clean? Because I do have somebody who would love an RV. I might have to lie to him and tell him that I want it in an auction, but, you know. So I'm not sure why he always insists on getting everything at an auction. Like, dude, just go out and buy yourself a fucking RV. If you can't afford to just go out and buy yourself an RV, then you're probably not going to be able to, like, manage the upkeep on an RV. Just saying. Dude, you even graffitied your own tires? What the hell? What is wrong with you two? And I realize it's probably a really fucking long list. So there's still, wait. Is the trim, no, okay, the trim is not something special. It is part of just the right body. Okay. I thought maybe the trim would be something unique. I was mistaken. Oh God, do I have to get the underside of this too? No, there's not really much of an underside to that one. Now this one, oh yeah. There we go. All right. God, all that for that one fucking side. Jesus. You ladies better be paying me a good price for this. Actually, what am I making for this? I mean, I'm making a $400. $400 for just doing this RV. That's not a bad price. I'm sure they could sell it. I'm sure they could, you know, pay me more based on what they got for the fucking car that I detailed. I keep waiting to find out that they're like, that these two are like, actually like, you know, old school animal rights activists, and like, you know, they've stolen monkeys and rabbits from experimentation labs and stuff like that. Like, as is, you know, these two do not know how to maintain or take care of anything. Sounds about right for most animal rights activists. They're all about about freeing the animals, which is great, but like once the animals are freed, they have no fucking clue as to what they're doing. Almost as bad as the I don't remember which famous celebrity it was that was like, oh yes, I'm vegan now, and so's my dog. It's like, that's bad. Dogs and cats are not able to handle a vegan lifestyle. Jenny's changed too. Traded in cryptozoology for cryptocurrency. Itty bitty coin looks. What? I'm sorry, what? Wait. Okay, apparently, okay. And what's fascinating me the most is the telemetry. I'm really getting into analytics. Jenny's changed too. Traded in cryptozoology for cryptocurrency. Itty bitty coin looks to be the next big thing if you need a tip. Fuck you. Just fuck you. Like, no. Anybody who tries to say, hey, I have the next big tip on the next hit cryptocurrency is trying to scam you. They already own a shit ton of that coin, and they want you to buy. They want a ton of people to buy so the price goes up, and then they just cash in the profit. That's how cryptocurrency works. It's basically all one big pump and dump scheme. All right, I need the snub nose because I'm apparently too close to actually spray. All right, there we go. Clean up this filthy, filthy bumper here. Oh, we have some undercarriage to take care of, too. That one, I do believe, Moon Mage, that was me standing on the ladder of the ladder of the RV. It's a little wonky as far as like precisely where or what you're standing on. I will admit that it is very questionable as to what you're standing on. All right. That is true. You never see your feet. That's true for most games. Most first-person games, They do not show you your feet. Like when I was playing the Indiana Jones game, the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, you know, you can see Indy's like arms, his body, his legs, and stuff like that. But like what looks like, you know, when you pull up the pistol and stuff, it looks like, you know, you're seeing, you know, you're holding it out at arm's length, because, you know, you can see the arm and the back of the hand. I got a program that allowed me to kind of like move the camera around and take pictures and stuff like that. Whenever you pull out your pistol, he's actually standing there like this, like it's like inches from his fucking face. It is ridiculous. Yes, reflections are tricky. Reflections are tricky to do, because that, it's kind of what should happen and what actually happens are a little bit different as far as reflections. So most people think that, oh, well, you know, you just have to, you know, enact some sort of screen space reflections. You know, whatever's on whatever's on in the scene, it's reflected in the mirrors. It's reflected in the shiny surfaces. That's not optimal, because that can take a lot of computing power. So what they often do, what a lot of games do, is rather than actually having screen space reflections or something like that, what they do is they actually have a second rendered thing. So instead of thinking of it as a mirror, think of it as a doorway that has like this very thin piece of glass between it, something, you know, this very thin plane, just enough to add a little bit of shininess to it. And basically when everything's, and then it renders the entire room again, but in reverse. So you're literally just like looking through a door. Basically, you're looking through a window into the mirror into the mirror room. That's how most games handle mirrors and reflective surfaces. Just to cut down on the amount of, hey, you know, we have to render everything exactly the same and stuff like that. Because like I said, yeah, that can be very expensive as far as your rendering, your rendering engine and somebody's like GPU RAM and stuff like that. That can be very expensive. That's why people get so go completely bananas whenever they realize that, yes, there actually is some sort of like reflection, especially when, you know, you can see your reflection. You can see the character's reflection. That's usually an indication of somebody, of people who've really taken their time and really want to impress. Yeah, see, that's exactly it. The room was reflected, but not the character, because the room, through the mirror was basically, it was probably a secondary render. Screen space reflections are difficult because it's at that point it's all about the lighting. So every time a light, especially with ray tracing, that's where mirrors get really difficult to deal with, because it's literally tracing out every single ray of light that is being emitted from something. So if you have a light source that's sending out 100 rays of light, it's tracing those rays and how many and all these bounces that it takes before it hits the camera. So, it bounces off this, hits this thing, picks up a red tint from that, and then bounces onto something white, so that now you have this slightly reddish thing there. And when you try and go through all of that with a reflection, that just compounds your processing. That's one of the reasons why it's taken so long in 3D rendering software, in free 3D rendering software, to deal with ray tracing. It looks amazing. It looks very realistic, but it takes a lot to compute, a lot to figure out. There are just astronomical amounts of calculations. The upshot of all of this is we want you to have the RV. Wait, you're just giving me the RV? But you're paying me to clean it, and you're just giving it to me? We can't have her sitting idle. She's born for the open road. I'm a power washer. I don't really go for the open road. Maybe you could take your job to other counties. Or maybe you know someone who's on the lookout for one? Well, actually, yes, I do. As I said, I do know somebody who is wanting an RV. My good buddy Harper Shaw will probably take this beast of a thing. So you're literally paying me to clean it and then giving it to me. You do realize you could say, hey, we have an RV. We'll give it to you if you clean it. You know, once you clean it, it's yours. And, you know, that's the end of the transaction. Are you part of the left body still, or are you part of the front? You must be part of the front. All right, I'm guessing probably the underside's here. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, that one is filthy. All right, so we've got the front bumper. I just walked under a ladder, thankfully. I'm not superstitious. If anything, I am substitious. There we go. Beginning to wonder if I was ever going to clean that spot. All right. The ladder again, because apparently we didn't get... Nope. There we go. All right. Slow, easy strokes. I suppose knowing that I'm going to be getting this and it's probably going to be going to Harper Shaw afterwards, I don't mind taking my time and doing an extra deep clean. I do question, however, what does the inside look like? Like, if this is what the outside looks like, what is it like on the inside? Do we want to know? I'm probably asking questions that, yeah, are better left unanswered. All right, so we have 1 brake light and 6 hubcaps and 6 tires. All right, so which brake light am I missing? Wait, is it one of the upper ones? All right, you know what? Show me the brake lights. Aha, it is one of them. There we go. All right. There we go. Good gods. Like, I don't know why that one was so difficult to clean. All right, there we go. Yeah. Like, oh my god, could you imagine how bad some of this has to smell? Like, I am pretty sure there is, like, decades old pot smell from inside this thing. Ah, yes, Harper Shaw. Harper here. Just want to thank you again for gifting me the RV. I'm about to hit the road, heading for pastures unknown. She's so beautiful and so clean. I know you said not to, but I've sent some cash over. Maybe to put towards a washer upgrade? Take care, and I'll keep an eye out for any interesting jobs for you. You're the best. Okay, so they did. They had us clean it. They had us clean the RV and then just gifted it to us, and then Harper paid us the $400. All right, so what do we got next? Oh, we have the fire helicopter. Well, that's fun. Hey, FA, we've got one heck of a dirty copter on our hands. Your buddy Cal got himself in a real spot of bother up on Mount Rushless. Poor guy was so delirious from volcanic fumes, he thought the mayor's hellish feline was up there with him. He's fine now, but the copter looks like something dug up from the bowels of the earth, which it nearly was. We've got TV crews arriving later, so if you could do what you do so well, it'd sure get us out of a jam. Thanks again, pal. So, hey, FA, get yourself over here as quick as you can. Got an urgent one for you. Thanks. All right. So, yeah, apparently tomorrow we're going to start off by cleaning the fire helicopter. At this point, I'm halfway expecting to clean the firehouse's bathrooms. Like, they have us cleaning everything. Oh. Anyway, I think that's where we're going to end for today. So, as always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to prod that subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell. But also check out the social media links down below. That's our Facebook page, our Twitter account, Tumblr account, Blue Sky account, and, of course, the permanent invite for our Discord server, where I try to make sure to notify you guys of when we go live and stuff like that. For example, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time, we'll be back with more Red Dead Redemption 2. And then the following midnight, we'll be back with more Powerwash Simulator. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!